Well, Opendoor has grown the number of homes that they own and are currently active on the market, while at the same time slashing the prices that are currently on the market just to get them sold. Does anyone else think that this is the strangest business model that they have ever heard of? So when I talk about Opendoor, they are what we call an iBuyer. They buy homes for cash and then turn around and put them back on the market for more money, or they flip them. Sometimes they do some light fix-up on the property, like paint and carpet. Well, other times I see these homes be purchased and then put right back on the market, and they've done nothing to the home. Now, the other iBuyers that you may have heard of are Zillow and OfferPad. Now, Zillow got out of the iBuying business back in November of 2021 after losing $881 million. And Opendoor seems to be following in their footsteps with losses. Just this past August, Opendoor lost 42% of profit on their homes that they owned nationally, with especially hard losses in places like Los Angeles and Phoenix. In fact, here in the Phoenix market, Opendoor only sold 206 homes in the month of August, which is a small percentage of the actual number of homes that they own. Now, in September, the number of homes they sold increased quite significantly at 503, which should be a good sign. However, almost 88% of those homes sold actually sold for less than they paid for them, and most of them sold significantly less than what they paid for them. So just to give you an idea on their true losses, here are some statistics based on the county filings for sales for just Opendoor homes. And these are all from the Cromford Report. The average sales price was $431,077, down 5.8% from the average in August. The homes Opendoor sold cost them an average of $475,697, meaning that Opendoor lost an average of $44,620 on each home, or $22.4 million in total. The gross margin was negative 10.4%. So although they had charged the original seller a fee of 5% of the purchase price, the loss on the sale was about double the gain on purchase. Some of the sales included financial concessions from Opendoor to the buyer, adding $2.56 million or 1.2% of their losses. Opendoor spent $5.2 million on buyer broker commissions and bonuses, adding 2.4% to their overall losses. All of these losses really begin to add up, but it doesn't stop there, because you have to remember these homes are now taking longer to sell, which is adding to the carrying costs of property taxes, insurance, and utilities. And if they did any repairs to the home, you have to add that in too. Now, Opendoor, as I said, has not stopped buying houses. And in September, they added 159 additional homes to their inventory. And right now, Opendoor currently owns 2,348 homes. However, only 1,484 of those homes are active on MLS. Now, the one thing that they are doing, even though they are still buying homes, is they're being much less aggressive in their purchase prices than they were before July. But still, with the state of our current market, the number of homes that they currently own is quite excessive. As we have talked about in previous videos, our market has seen home price appreciation decline from our peak in May to now. We're at about an 8.7% decrease in our overall home price appreciation. However, because iBuyers own such a big portion of our market, you have to look at them separately. They have to be grouped out. Opendoor as a seller is not reacting the same way that the other iBuyer, OfferPad, or resale sellers are acting. So if you take a look at this chart, you can see what I was just talking about. So from our peak in May to now, we have seen home price appreciation decline by 8.7%. Then, if you take a look at this chart, separating Opendoor out of this equation, you can see from the same time period, from May until now, Opendoor's price appreciation has dropped by 10.5%. Then from this chart, you can see that normal sellers are selling list price to sales price at about 97.6%, where Opendoor is selling at 96.6%, further demonstrating that 10.5% decline. Then take into account that these Opendoor sales that we're talking about, these are just those being sold normally. They are still selling some in bulk, which means they're selling those homes at an even deeper discount and taking further losses. Looking back about a week ago, you can see that Opendoor owned 1,529 homes total on the market, and they had sold about 296 homes. But you can also see that that is declining, which is not going to bode well for them over time because they keep acquiring more homes. Now in September, 1 in 16 homes sold in Maricopa County was an open door sale. But because they represent a significant number of homes on the market in today's market, and their sales pricing is much lower than the overall market, they are actually contributing more than their fair share to some of these falling prices. So although we look at the overall sales numbers at that 8.7% in overall price declines, you have to look at how significantly Open Door's numbers are affecting that number. Because normal sellers are not reacting the same way that Open Door is. See, Open Door is what our distressed sellers market looks like in today's market. The resale normal seller is not having the same urgency to sell their home like Open Door. The normal seller's house is not sitting there vacant, costing them money every single month, not being utilized. If the normal seller's home doesn't sell and they're living in it, they could just take it off the market and stay where they are and just wait this out. But not Open Door. They need to get these homes sold, and their only option is to lower their price. So if you are a buyer in this market and you're looking for a deal, the first place that I would look are all the Open Door listings. As you can see, they are the sellers that are negotiating the most on their sales prices and also giving some big concessions. So if you like this video, make sure you take a look at this one where I talk about what's happening next in the market. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.